everyone, welcome to The Back Cover. I'm your host, Mibenge Nsenduluka, and today's lineup is a roller coaster of drama, scandal, and international heartbreak. Buckle up. First up, axed for a post, pro-Palestine journalist Antoinette Lattouf's unlawful dismissal case against the ABC officially kicked off in the federal court on Monday. Lattouf lost her job after posting about the Israel-Gaza war on social media. The ABC says it was a breach of editorial policy, but was it really? Or was this just a case of free speech getting the boot? On to celebrity news. Blake's big lie? Hollywood golden couple Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds might have some serious explaining to do. Actor and director Justin Baldoni just followed through with his promise to publish a website with evidence that he claims as proof that Lively lied about her sexual harassment allegations against him. The receipts? Damning text messages from Lively and even some from Reynolds himself. Yikes. Is this the beginning of the end for one of Hollywood's most beloved couples? And finally, left on red in Pakistan? An American woman's overseas romance has turned into an international disaster. The woman, who hails from New York, traveled to Pakistan to get married to a younger man she met online, only for her would-be groom to reject her amid claims he felt he was catfished. But instead of heading home, the woman is refusing to leave and demanding tens of thousands of dollars from the Pakistani government. Oh, and the plot twist? A young man claiming to be her son says he has the real tea. Find out what that is only here on The Back Cover. Journalist Antoinette Lattouf appeared in federal court today as part of her unfair dismissal case against the ABC. The court heard former ABC chair Ida Buttrose allegedly wanted Lattouf off the air so badly that she even suggested she come down with the flu, COVID, or a stomach upset. Yes, really. This case is huge because it's not just about one journalist, it's about press freedom, censorship, and the glaring lack of diversity in Australian media. Lattouf is suing the ABC for unfair dismissal after she was yanked off air in 2023 for sharing this Instagram post about the Israel-Gaza war. She was hired for a 5-day radio gig but got the boot after just 3 days. The ABC says this was just about its editorial policy, not politics. They claim she wasn't actually sacked because, well, she was still paid for the full 5 days. But newly revealed emails tell a different story. In court on Monday, messages showed that Buttrose allegedly panicked after being bombarded with complaints, including from pro-Israel lobbyists. And it's not over yet. Buttrose and other ABC executives are set to face the court as witnesses. So was this really about policy or pressure? We'll continue to cover the story, so be sure to subscribe and stay tuned. Okay, on to Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. I am obsessed with this case because there's so many moving parts and so many layers to it. It's truly fascinating. It's easily one of the biggest Hollywood scandals that we've had in a really long time. So for those who don't know, Blake Lively, she's a Hollywood actor who's probably best known for starring in Gossip Girl. So she's suing her former It Ends With Us co-star Justin Baldoni. Justin Baldoni plays her love interest in the film and he's also the director of the film. Now she's alleging that he sexually harassed her. She's alleging that he was inappropriate on set, that he behaved inappropriately and said inappropriate things. He, in response, has flatly denied it and so, is evidently furious. And so he's countersuing Lively, along with her husband, Ryan Reynolds, for $400 million. Now, he's alleging that the Hollywood power couple crafted this grand plan to steal his movie from underneath him. And, a part of that plan included making these allegedly false sexual harassment claims. It should be noted that Baldoni is also suing the New York Times, which ran a pretty negative article about him, which basically repeated Lively's sexual harassment claims and also accused Baldoni of running a smear campaign against her. Now, Baldoni seems to be winning the case in the court of public opinion so far because he's got a really good lawyer who's been releasing evidence that basically contradicts a lot of what Lively has claimed in her complaint. So fast forward to today, and the latest development is that Baldoni, along with his lawyer Brian Friedman, have launched a website which contains evidence that they say proves Lively lied about the sexual harassment claims. And I've got to say, a lot of this evidence is quite damning. Some of these text messages are super cringe. So for example, you've got Baldoni and Lively discussing a rewrite for the film's iconic rooftop scene. In one text message, Lively, who's a married mother of 4, she allegedly writes to him, "If you knew me in person longer, you'd have a sense of how flirty and yummy the ball busting will play. It's my love language. Spicy and playfully bold, never with teeth." Yeah, that is super cringe. And then in other messages, you've got Reynolds and Baldoni texting, and Reynolds is essentially praising Baldoni's work. So they all initially got along. So we're still trying to understand where it all went left. There's been quite a few theories thrown around. Some people like Candace Owens have speculated that maybe, Reynolds grew uncomfortable with the closeness between Baldoni and Lively because they would write into all hours of the night, spent a lot of time together, and send each other very friendly text messages. So some people have speculated that maybe, he just, snapped and just had enough. And then I guess they decided to just kind of turn on Baldoni and file a formal complaint. Baldoni's website isn't a good look for Lively and Reynolds because it calls into question their character and their integrity. So it'll be interesting to see how their team responds to the latest bombshell. And finally, on to our last story. They say love makes you do crazy things, but this is next level. Meet Onijah Andrew Robinson, a 33-year-old American woman who flew to Pakistan to marry a 19-year-old man she met online. But when she arrived in Karachi, his family said, "No way," and the groom dumped her right there on the spot. Here's how one TikToker in Pakistan described what happened.
This is where it gets interesting. Onijah was catfishing Ahmed. Onijah's 33, Ahmed is 80. Just keep following along. So Onijah used to talk to Ahmed with a filter, and she used to talk to him with a filter of a white blonde lady. Now, Ahmed fell in love with her and he was like, "Yeah, let's do this. I love you, baby," and everything. And they got married on an online nikah. Nikah is like an Islamic marriage ceremony. Anyhow, so Ahmed was like, "You know what, my love, come join me in my homeland." And he gave her her address and everything. Now, keep in mind the place where...
Now, this is all alleged, but as you can imagine, once Robinson arrived, she was not exactly what the man was expecting. So he ended the relationship then and there. But instead of flying home, Robinson began demanding tens of thousands of dollars from the Pakistani government. And she's become somewhat of a local celebrity.
Unless y'all giving me land and 2,000 or more every week.
But the plot thickens because now a man claiming to be her son has spoken out saying she has mental health struggles and needs help getting home. The latest word is that she's now preparing to return home to the United States. Thank you for tuning in to The Back Cover. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest headlines.